Alright guys, so in this video I want to take a close look at the Pandora Saga 3D, the game console edition from Datafrog. It's quite confusing. I just wrote like basically what it is because there is no information whatsoever on the box itself. Pandora Saga 3D is the same kind of software like the Pandora's Box 3D, and it has like a lot of potential because this menu, I personally really liked it. Well, let's take a close look inside the box. So first we're going to be introduced with the user guide. And the funny thing is they are using actually like just a basic user guide with every single Pandora's box. You can even see like it shows the 2-player stick, the JAMA and the family edition. Oh man. So I don't know if the specification list is going to be accurate because they will have to change stuff like that out. They even show you how to add games, but that's absolutely like rubbish. We need to have like Pandora tool for that. I don't know if you can even install it on this device. So the first thing I don't really like about it comes with this rubber compound. And if it's going to get like dust, it's very hard to clean. We do get this settings button over here like your Pandora's box. What I really like, we do get an on and off switch. That is something very unique nowadays. Input 12 volt, HDMI, audio out, SPIF, and then we do get ourselves the RG45 connection, 2 USB ports over here, and then we do get the SD card. Ugh. It's already stuck. What the hell? Yeah, that's the quality sometimes that you're going to get. Okay, let's leave it in. So it says here is the 3D Pandora Saga Wi-Fi TV game box. It comes with Wi-Fi. Yeah, this thing has like this naughty store that I don't like simply because most of the time it doesn't work at all. And then the controllers, that is a different story. In my previous videos I shown you like the UCOM controllers and like in general they're not like the best quality, especially when looking at the joystick. They're like these plastic grip, absolutely horrible. An original controller of PlayStation have like these very nice, let's say rubberized joysticks. But the touch in general is not bad at all. It feels quite nice, and the same goes for the D-pad. It's a very nice D-pad, and that is what I find very surprising but also like confusing. The translucent is something you really hate or you really love. I personally really love it. It also comes with a blue and a red controller, an HDMI cable, and all the necessary stuff that we're going to need for hooking it up. So, about hooking it up, let's try that out. Okay, well I'm very curious what this thing has inside. So what we're going to do is going to remove the 4 feet, and then we're going to grab ourselves a screwdriver because I'm guessing the casing itself has held together by 4 Parkers. So the first thing that we're going to do is remove the 4 Parkers, and we're going to take a close look at the inside, the specifications, and of course is it a possibility to use it with a different system like a normal Pandora's box. You can lift up the cover and what you can see already that it has a completely different mainboard. It also says Pandora Saga Wi-Fi TV game box. And again we're going to need to remove a Parker, because this only single Parker is holding the mainboard in place. Alright, so this is the mainboard. We're going to take a close look at it later because I just wanted to show you this. It's a very strange way how they made this top half of the casing. We're having here the pads. I cannot say that they are normally using the pads like this. Is in a very strange way. We're having this very big plate, and I'm guessing the plate itself will give the most weight of the system because this is the part that weighs the most heavier. The first thing I did notice with the PCB is that there is no EDA connection, and that is a little bit of a bummer simply because you can't use this mainboard in your Pandora's box. Here we're having the 4 chips in total. They are saying that it's 4 GB on the selling page, but I did look up the serial numbers and I found out with checking, triple checking, that they are saying there are 2 GB each. So in total, it seems to be we're having 8 GB of RAM. Beneath the cooling, we're having a 12-core CPU, but the problem is I can't see what it is because they freaking hot glued this sucker on the mainboard. Over here we're having the NAND flash that will contain the firmware, and indeed it has a Wi-Fi function. But looking at the full mainboard, it looks very similar to just a basic media box you can buy. So if you have more information about it and maybe have seen this mainboard before, I would say leave it in the comments. When powering on, this is what we're going to get, and for the people familiar to the Pandora Box 3D, for example, this is just exactly the same. The menu, we're having this fancy menu here in the big list over here. We can go up, and here you can choose, for example, category, recent, and we're having the search option over here, and you can search your game. With the category system, here we're having some different titles and different platforms. For example, we're having PSP, PlayStation 1, and 64, Famicom, Super Famicom, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. They still didn't fix it, but this is the Mega Drive, PC Engine, Sega Dreamcast, and we're having arcade that is divided over two lists. When you're pressing the button on the side of the system, you're going to the settings menu. Here we're having some configuration options like how you want to set the coin settings. Very strange because we have no arcade function with this, but you can see that it's basically the same layout like the Pandora game 3D. Key settings and all the other settings that we're going at. For example, HD, scan line, you can disable it and we can put them on HD filter. I'm going to disable it for now. We're having account manager, and here you can add your Wi-Fi connection, so you can basically use the Naughty store. With the Game Market store, you can search for new games. I'm not a big fan of it. Very simple because it doesn't work very well. Did see some fellow YouTubers did try to download stuff. Forget about it. Burst setting is very convenient when you want to play some shoot 'em ups. This is what you're going to get.
Round one.
The next test we're going to try out Bloody Roar 2, one of the more demanding PlayStation 1 titles. And you can see it is running on the full 60 FPS without any hiccups. N64. As you can see that this game runs very well, but I need to point out that not all the games are running perfectly and all the glitches I have seen like with Kill Instinct are still here. So keep in mind that N64 is not 100% compatible, but Cruise in the World is running just fine. Sega Dreamcast is always a little bit of a problem playing these on the TV boxes, or better said, the game system from China. But what you can see, it runs very well. And sometimes when you're choosing an arcade game, it takes forever to load. There are only a few of them that have this, but still just wanted to show you.
Sub-Zero.
I'm just going to be honest, I don't know for sure if the guys from Pandora told me ever that you can basically modify it, because that's the problem. You can say like, hey, it's a Pandora Saga 3D, maybe you can model it with some software to get it basically like better performance and overall better quality, but that's like a gamble with these things. Nevertheless, maybe in the future we can try it out. I want to thank you for watching, consider subscribing, hit that little bell, welcome to the Wicked family, and it will be great to see you in the next video.